Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my detailed review of the Corsa Touring Series Axleback exhaust system, fitting all 2015 and newer fastback GTs, available with your choice of either a black or polished tip. Now, when it comes to premium exhaust systems, Corsa continues to be one of the top dogs in both sound quality and overall build quality, and subsequently price. Now, insert your favorite cliche here. You pay for what you get, you know the deal, but it certainly applies when you're talking about exhaust systems, and the Corsa is one of the best I've seen. Now, even though this thing is pretty much at the top of the food chain when it comes to overall impact to your bank account, it still continues to be a favorite with many Mustang owners out there on the site, and yours truly. So Corsa essentially has two different mufflers with the S550. They have the touring muffler, which I have with me here today, and the more aggressive sport muffler. But what they've been able to do is essentially create four different, totally unique sounds by starting with these mufflers and then adding in their double helix X-pipe. So let's run them down for you. We'll start with the touring axleback again here. Add in that double helix X-pipe and you have the more aggressive sport catback. Start with that more aggressive sport axleback and then add in that double helix X-pipe, and now you have the crazy loud and aggressive extreme catback. Now, I know this is very confusing, but it's important to point out because essentially this isn't the end-all be-all. You start with the axleback, you add a mid-pipe, and you can totally grow and transform your sound depending on that mid-pipe. And since this is an exhaust video after all, let's talk about that sound a little bit more. Now, as you guys just heard, the touring axleback is going to be pretty mild. Now, a portion of that is due to these mufflers themselves, and another portion of that is due to the fact that that factory resonator is still in place. So for these two reasons alone, it's an easy 2 out of 5 on my 1 to 5 or 1 to wake the neighbor scale. It's going to be just a little bit louder than stock as it sits now, but it's going to give you a lot better tone. And with that said, this exhaust is going to be for somebody who values tone over volume. It's a classy sounding system, and it's going to help you fly under the radar with your GT. Having said that, this would also be an awesome choice for those of you guys at home who are considering adding long tubes into the equation, and here's why I say that. Now, as I talked about a little earlier, Corsa does offer the more aggressive extreme system, and if you haven't heard it yet, cruise on over to the product page and give it a listen. Now, that ear-bleeding tone is with the stock manifolds in place. Add long tubes into that equation and you have essentially maxed out the wake the neighbor scale, and you are now entering into the wake the dead scale. It's just crazy loud, and it might be good for some people out there, but for those of us who are getting a little older, maybe a little lamer, you're gonna want something you can live with every day, and the Touring Series muffler is gonna help keep those sound levels down to a sane level with those long tubes in place. All right guys, now that you know what to expect when it comes to tone, let's talk construction. And again, nothing but quality here from the Corsa, as you might expect when forking out over a G for an axleback. Premium grade 304 stainless steel throughout, 3-inch mandrel bends here with the axleback. Again, the Touring Series mufflers with the patented RSC, or reflective sound cancellation technology. It's going to allow for all that tone, but without any drone while cruising on the highway. And finally, these massive and glorious 4.5-inch tips. Polished is going to cost you a little bit less, but believe me, forking out the extra money for the black chrome here is definitely money well spent. All right, so we've talked tone, we've talked build quality, now let's talk install. If you didn't know, axlebacks do require cutting with the S550 chassis, but it's really not that bad, so we'll call it a 2 out of 3 on my difficulty meter. Again, if you have a fresh Sawzall blade on hand, a Sawzall of course to go along with that blade, and some eye protection, you should be making noise in about an hour or two from start to finish using some basic hand tools. Okay guys, I know I say this a lot around here, but I do really enjoy the Corsa, and here's why. If you're okay with making a sizable investment in an axleback, well then the Touring from Corsa is going to be a great starting point for you new GT owners out there who are looking for just a little bit more volume and a little bit more tone out of that new ride, but don't want to be too loud right out of the gate. So be sure to check out the full Corsa lineup at AmericanMuscle.com.